A very warm evening to everyone tuning into Radio Nagarik 96.5 Awaaz Nagarik. Right now, I'm your voice Nishma, and the show is The Lounge, which goes on every Wednesday, 7 to 8 p.m. with me, one of those chat shows in Radio Nagarik, wherein I get to invite people from various fields, and for about an hour, we have a nice conversation about their life, about probably sometimes my life, because I'm so self-obsessed, and mostly about life. And today in our studio, we have someone so beautiful, someone so bold, someone so, eye-pleasing and ear-pleasing as well. You have to sit and talk to her. We have Miss Nepal Earth 2010. She's a TV anchor, very popular media personality, very, very popular, okay? And the very bold Sahana Bajracharya. Hello, hi, welcome to the show.
Hi, Nishma. Thank you for that wonderful introduction.
Oh, I still feel like the words are less for you. I could not get the word. Now I was constantly thinking about how pretty you're looking right now.
And I was like, stop, please stop now. And we're just taking a pause and continuing. I'm like, oh my God, that's a lot of pressure.
No, I was actually searching for words to describe you.
Mm-hmm.
I've been your fan for, I think, years now.
Oh, damn.
And you're so young. And I kind of feel that I've been your fan for, 20 years now?
20 years?
No.
Oh, wow. Let me do the maths here for myself.
No, maybe because you, I think I know you from 2010.
Uh-huh.
I know you. You don't know me. That's a different thing.
Now
you know me. Okay, so 2010, Lekin, I've been a very big fan of yours, and it's really nice meeting you.
Oh, pleasure. Likewise.
I love my job.
I am looking forward to this conversation with you. And I think you have an amazing job. I always say, people on radio are the most courageous ones, because there's not a single second you can waste on radio, whereas on TV, for people like me, we can wink, we can smile, we can just wave, do so many things, rubbish things. And I think you have an amazing job and an amazing voice.
Oh,
just
thank
before
you.
going on air, you had a completely different voice. And now all of a sudden you're like, welcome to Radio Nagarik. Whoa, wow.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It means a lot. Okay, so I was searching words to describe you. Generally, in my show, I have my guests and I request them to introduce themselves. But I won't do that to you. I'll request you to describe yourself. How would you describe yourself?
Oh, wow. I knew this was coming at the moment you started. I describe myself as a very spontaneous person. At the same time, sometimes I do fall into actions that I really want to do immediately. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, let's not do it, so that's my lazy side taking over. I'm a person who loves to constantly learn something new, it could be just reading a new book or, discovering some new genre of music. Sometimes I just want to laze all day. Sometimes I wake up at 2 in the afternoon and do nothing for like 2-3 days. So I'm a very random person. I hate routines. If you give me a 9-to-5 job that's going to make me a millionaire by the end of the year, I'd still say no, because it takes away my freedom. So that also says that I'm a person who loves to be free. That's it.
Oh, well, I felt like partly you're describing what I want to be or what I am myself, but that's a beautiful description. Okay.
Oh, well. Okay. That was well rehearsed.
It was?
Oh, well, scripted? No.
I don't think it was scripted, because you're such a wonderful speaker. I'm sure you can talk about yourself or whatever given to you very spontaneously.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Sometimes
Depends.
yes, sometimes no. So when did you start? I mean, the journey to media?
2008. This is exactly 10 years ago. So that's when I started. This is first when I participated in Miss Nepal. That year it didn't happen, and I was very young as well. 2009 I did my first television show called Yugantar. It was completely Nepali. My Nepali was broken back then, and I still had to do a show in Nepali, and I'm like, all right, let's do this, By the end of the series, I was like, okay, I know like 20 new words now, and, still okay, this is just the start. So I think I'm a person who constantly tries something new. At the same time, if you fail, I forgive myself as well.
You have to. How do you learn new thing otherwise?
Exactly. So it's been a long journey. In between I did shows on movies, which was completely not me, but I was made to do that. And I was like, every time I had a shoot day on Wednesday,
It was
I'd
on
be like,
Wednesday?
yes, Wednesday.
It's Wednesday
and,
today.
And I'm like, oh man, this is torture. I have to speak about something that I don't even, I'm not very passionate about on television. So it's been a long, rocky journey now that I think of it. But then it just flew like this, and kind of scares me sometimes as well. Like, oh my God, life is really moving fast, and there's so many things yet to do, and there's so many moments yet to create. So yeah, constantly there are a lot of thoughts that surprise me, that scare me, that excite me. And I think that's the whole point about being in media as well, because media gives you that opportunity easily. I didn't know you a while ago, and here I know you, bam. So that's the thing about media. That's the thing about not doing a 9-to-5 job. Yeah.
Okay, so 9-to-5 job, not doing a 9-to-5 job. So was this what you've always wanted to do?
Yes.
Not a 9-to-5 job.
That is one thing I was always clear about. I never wanted to do a job. I never wanted to be or just learn about one thing. I just wanted to go out. I wanted to do media because I wanted to speak, I wanted to share stories. I'm a very talkative person. So I'm like, okay, this is a job, and if you get paid for your, blah, 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 why not? That's
why not?
Wonderful.
Why not? True. Agreed. While I'm seated exactly, right in front of the microphone, I would say, and I'm doing the same thing, I totally agree with you.
Exactly.
Why not?
We feel each other, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Every speaker a beautiful start to a ladies' night?
Wednesday? I know. It would be, if I were actually even 10% looking 10% of what you are right now.
Hey,
I think I'm looking.
Makeup helps. You're like bold and like, all right, I don't need any of that shit.
I would go out like this, but then with you, I think, I don't know if anyone is even going to look at me. We have a lot of people saying hi to you, by the way, and telling you and telling me that you are Bae.
Oh, okay, Bae. Thanks,
Someone
Bae.
met you at Calm, and they're giving you hearts.
Oh,
so that's your camera.
Hearts.
Okay, so like you said, you were a very talkative person.
Yes.
But you are a very good speaker. We know that, and speaking is a job, talking is a job. Did you take any training?
No, I did not.
You did not?
I did not.
So
any opportunity I had to speak, I would. So I think that was my training with real life audiences.
So you started off just like that with the job?
Without a job, actually, just started talking, and whenever I'm like, all right, there's this, all right, so in school, I'll just give a quick recap. I went to St. Mary's, and we would have like a lot of debates and elocutions and all that, but sadly, the ones who would get to go on stage were always the teacher's pet or the number one student in the class. I was a mediocre student, and we would be like, okay, who wants to participate? We would raise our hands, but we would never get the opportunity, and that kind of pissed me so much. But then even back at home, we have family gatherings, and I'll tell you, a general normal family gathering in my family would be like 30 to 40 people every
Nepali
weekend.
Family.
And I was so active with my cousins that we would do like shows, we would do bingos, create our own ballads and do all these things. So we always had these events going on at home where I would create that event just so that I could speak.
You could speak. Oh my God.
So I think that was my training, and I had this wonderful audience, my family. But every opportunity I had to speak, I just grabbed it.
You just did. So I was actually about to ask you about your school and college journey, because a lot of speakers, start training themselves from school time. Yeah. Maybe not take a formal training, but then get, probably host a cultural program in school.
Never did I get an opportunity to do that.
Oh, same here.
Never. I mean, not even host a cultural show. I think the only opportunities I got back in school was like, who wants to read this paragraph? That's the only opportunity.
I got an opportunity to read notice to different sections, and I would go for it. Because I really wanted to read the notice. I didn't know I wanted to speak though. But you were probably very clear about what you wanted to do. Who was your idol back then?
No one. I did not grow up with an idol, actually, to be very honest. But then I had a great mentor in the family, my great-grandfather. My grandfather, not great-grandfather. He was my idol, and he would read out a lot of stuff to me. He got me interested in philosophy, history, geography, all these things.
Odd stuff. Odd stuff for a Nepali family at that point of time, I think.
I know. And then he would get me, hi Jen, he would get me amazing books to read, and that's how it started. He would make me do my handwriting. He would make me do my spellings and all that. So I think he was my teacher, and I always wanted to be wise like him. I always wanted to speak like him. I speak a little fast, but he spoke with a lot of pauses, a lot of mysteries. So I think he was a mentor.
That's a trait of a very patient person, I would say.
very wise.
Very
if you're
wise and
you have
patient,
to be.
yeah.
I think you're patient.
How do people speak slowly? I feel like I totally feel you when you say I speak very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes me a lot of time, and if I try to speak slowly, I don't know what happens. It just goes somewhere else, you know. The whole feel of talking just okay. Let's not talk about me. I realized I was talking about myself.
Why not? This is a conversation.
It is actually. I love doing that, but then we have your followers here and who really want to listen to you. Actually, not
Okay.
me, maybe.
All right. I
That
think they
happened.
listen to me through my stories that I do on Instagram, and they must be pretty bored by now.
No, they're not actually. They're very excited to see you every time.
Do they have questions since you're on the screen?
Okay, if you guys have any question, just write it down, YouTube ma. I just would like to mention to everyone who have tuned in for the first time that Radio Nagarik is one of those radio stations which goes live in YouTube as well. So if you want to see Sahana, ask any questions, just type Radio Nagarik 96.5 in YouTube. Yes, Radio Nagarik 96.5 live in YouTube, and come over and then ask questions to Sahana. For now, we'll take a short break, but before going for a break, I am going to ask Sahana why did she choose this song, the first song that I played right before the show, Staying Alive.
Staying Alive, it's Bee Gees is my favorite, and I think the music from the 70s is so raw, and this is when disco started, you know, like upbeat started, a lot of experimentation was happening. So I think this is one song I never get fed up of, Staying Alive.
Staying Alive. Okay, what next? We have your playlist today, so what song do you want me to play next?
Let's listen to our homegirl Asatang Maske. She's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And you know, I just wish, I'm so jealous of her
Voice?
vocal.
Oh,
She's so amazing and she's so beautiful. There's one song of her called Kasari. It's so acoustic, you know, there's no other instrument. It's just her voice and the guitar, and yet it echoes in your mind, you know, once you
I
listen
love
to
her
it.
too.
I am really jealous of her voice, but what can I do is just listen to it.
Just listen and
you know,
admire maybe.
and take the pleasure out of it and just imagine yourself singing. That's it.
Welcome back, guys. You're all tuning into the coolest megahertz 96.5 Radio Nagarik. It is Awaz Nagarikko, and we are in conversation with none other than Sahana Bajracharya. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So how is it going? Kasto feel bhairachha हजुरलाई?
Ma, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. It's just going very smooth, and I'm loving this conversation.
Oh, thank you so much. So we have a couple of questions from your fans here in YouTube.
Okay.
So the first question is, when is Namaste TV show coming again?
Let's say 2 months more. 2 months more. I've been saying 2 months for a long time now, but then
I've been saying 2 months for 4 months now. And
yeah, 2 months for 8 months. But then let's give it 2 more months, because you know it's always better to take time and then, you know, launch it rather than rush into it. So 2 more months.
2 more months, guys. So it was Despite Grill who asked that question. That's a very interesting name also. I'd like to compliment you on that. So there's Ruslan Vodka who's asking you, so Sahana ma'am, why that extra kapda in your jeans? Can you please explain this for me?
Alright, since we have a camera here,
हजुर.
I know my choice of jeans is always boot cuts, you know. Boot cut भनेको चाहिँ अलि हाई वेस्ट हुन्छ अनि तल खुट्टातिर चाहिँ अलिकति फ्लेयर हुन्छ
Flare
धेरै
हुन्छ।
पनि हैन त्यो पुरानो मुभिजमा अमिताभ बच्चनले लाउने जस्तो खालको jeans के so that is extra kapda, and all my friends every time I wear it like, why is that extra kapda हुन्छ नि भनेर सोध्छ.
Yeah, because-
so that is it.
Yeah, for a while, I think flared was out and flared is again in.
It is again
It is again in.
but for me it never went out.
It
so
never went out. So
never
while
went
the shoes pants were
Oh,
in,
man. I can
how did
never
you
do-
survive?
I did not wear them actually. It was I had my old boot cuts and I always just wore them. You know, I only have like 3 to 4 pair of jeans that I always repeat. And then एउटा चाहिँ एकदम फाटेको छ, and दुईटा चाहिँ एकदम फ्लेयर भएको छ, एउटा चाहिँ कालो छ हैन. So that's the
That's
only thing
typical girls' wardrobe, I think.
Yeah.
That's typical girls'
Safety,
wardrobe.
yeah.
Safety. So the next question is, what are you currently busy in? This would be my question also. So
Alright, I'm currently busy with the new TV show that I'm working, which I'm planning to launch in 2 months' time.
2 months' time.
I'm also busy with the Nepal Earth 25 years concert that shall be taking place in London.
London.
1st of September. So
1st of
this is
September.
August already. I think in 2 weeks' time I'll be flying to London.
Oh.
For that, I've still not worked on a script, you know, like how to give an intro. I'm actually very nervous because Nepal is such a big band
it is.
and I can't screw it. So every day I think of a story. How do I I open Monday. I've still not got that. Hey?
Oh, you will, obviously.
Other than that, I'm reading books. I'm trying to write. Very soon I'll be writing for a paper as well.
Oh, wow.
Which will be also tied up with the show. So it will relate the show, and then there'll be a nice column on a paper. I was working on that as well. So yeah, that's that.
Oh, that's very interesting. Your life sounds very interesting.
Sounds. But yeah, it is actually interesting. It is.
It is. I think to sit and know that you will be doing this in 2 months of time and to get to prep for your work. Mm-hmm. And that's the most interesting part of your job right now, your work right now, I would say. No?
Yes and no, both. I
why?
don't like to go on schedules. That is the boring part. Second part is sometimes you plan for 2 months or 3 months, but what happens is the working culture is so difficult that you have to create your own system wherever you go. Yeah. And then there's just a delay, like that. Euda kamko lai there'll be like 10 meetings,
Yes, I don't understand that.
If I could just make a living out of meetings, I would be a billionaire by now, So that is something.
I would not be a billionaire, but I would somewhere be a little rich than what I am right now. So many meetings for what? I don't know.
I know. बसेर चिया गफमा कुराकानी गरौँ न भन्छ त्यो भन्ने बित्तिकै I'm like, no, I don't want to meet this person.
And for the same work, for the same work. And they'll say the same thing again.
Oh, how I wish how people, now we have phones, we have messages.
But they won't use it.
They don't.
No, that's because you're pretty, That's because you're beautiful and they want to see Sahana Bajracharya maybe 10 times.
This is a nice curve coming at me, but it is not.
I think that's what it is. So we also have Juliana Shrestha who says that Sahana, these Instagram stories, look forward to them every day. Heart. And her Chima stories make me miss my Chima.
Right.
What is that?
Chima means Sanu moms. I just recently had a niece, मेरो दिदीको छोरी भएको छ, so she's at my home right now, and basically I just do stories with her. She's very interesting. पहिला चाहिँ कहिले काम सकाएर घर जाउँ होइन कि कहिले काम सकाएर साथीहरूलाई भेटौँ जस्तो हुन्थ्यो. अहिले चाहिँ कहिले काम सकाएर घर जाउँ, कामै नगरेर घर बसिराखौँ जस्तो हुन्छ क्या.
Happens sometimes.
That's one story I share almost every day with the little girl that is in the family right now.
Oh, so cute. So there's one very interesting question by Sonal Rai. Her question is, did you face any kind of dominance as a newcomer in media industry? If yes, how did you put yourself motivated in such situation?
Well, yes, a lot. In fact, I still feel dominance at my workplace, not because I'm a newcomer, but because I'm a girl, or maybe alikati seniority complex pani huncha. Initially, what I did was I just took all of those criticisms or all that dominance, because the moment they tried to dominate me, they were trying to show they knew more than me, which is good. I mean, I was getting to learn something new, but I was not taking it in a negative way. They were saying, oh, I'm like, yeah, tell me more. I'm just learning in this process. But I had a lot of patience. I have never shown tantrums at work. Even if I'm not satisfied with something in the workplace, I never lose my cool there. Later on, I say, okay, you say next time let's do it this way. So I think not being impulsive with your actions, even while you're dominated, is one way to tackle it. And that's how you slowly build patience as well. And then you get to learn a lot of things in the process. So just be patient and not react. Just smile, Mm-hmm. Once you smile, the man dominate garnet confidence attitude. So that's it.
Yeah, I think that's a very nice piece of advice by Sahana Bajracharya. But what do people with not very good smile do then? I mean, everybody's smile would not be as beautiful as yours.
No, I think everybody has a beautiful smile. All you have to do is just brush your teeth 2 times a week and not have stains or coriander in between your teeth, and you have a beautiful smile.
Agreed. Everyone has a beautiful smile. So if you feel dominated, sometimes the seniors don't try to dominate you. They just try to give an advice, and you sometimes feel dominated.
Yeah.
Don't feel dominated. And the advice that she gave was just so perfect. I'm sure... who asked that question?
Rogina.
No, Sonal. Sonal got her answer, and she's very satisfied too. There's one very out of the box question, I would say. Aditya Mishra asks you question. Underside, tell us what you feel about them.
Underside, this is one heavy metal band that I listen to, and before them I never listened to any heavy metal. they are my friends, and that's how I started listening to them. But then the more I discover heavy metal, which is on the side for me, the more beauty and a lot of philosophy that I see in that kind of music. Okay? Normally, what happens is we look at something and we instantly, constantly judge it. I know it's so elaborate. We have a preconceived mind. That's something I had with heavy metal as well. But then with Underside, I think the process of how they build a song, the tempo that they have their songs played in is like so fast. They're like at least 20 beats in a second, and they're like 5 instruments playing at the same time, and it's so magical how everything comes together. So that's about Underside, and they're also in London, and I think I'm very looking forward to meeting them in London. They have a gig in a few days, and
they're actually making Nepal proud.
They are internationally. I think they're one of the most renowned bands, and they do so many tours. Awesome. And the fact, what I like about Underside is, I'm not trying to put any other bands down or any other genres down, is any other band that travels will always try to focus to a Nepali audience. What Underside does is, no, we just don't want a Nepali audience. Let's try a different audience, a place that we don't know, a place where people don't know us. Let's try that, Panera. That's how they roll, and that's how they're just getting bigger.
No, that's why they're different, I guess.
Exactly.
That's what makes them different. So there is another question by Akriti Tuladar. What is reason behind #Finding Krishna?
All right, #Finding Krishna is just a lot of questions. As I said, I'm a very talkative person, and that is because I have a lot of thoughts running in my mind. And for me, if I don't write it down or vent it out, then it just kind of clusters in the mind and suffocates me. So finding Krishna is basically the kind of questions that always echo in my mind, and I share it. It's a philosophy. Krishna, the name, why? Because I like the character Krishna from Gita. And I think that was the most perfect name. A lot of people ask me, are you looking for a boyfriend named Krishna, and is that why you trend the hashtag?
Why?
So I don't know. I don't know. Out of all the people, Krishna,
I don't like that question. Why?
So finding Krishna is basically my own questions that come to my mind. These are my thoughts that I put
So you're trying
down.
to find answer. So is Krishna the answer? Did you give the code name Krishna to the answers?
No. Krishna has nothing. The character Krishna has nothing to do with the thoughts that come.
I'm just talking
It's
about
just
the name. The name.
Name? No, not really.
Not
I
really.
just wanted a title for that series, and that's it. That's how I do my Instagram. For my Good Morning post, I have a title. For my baby post, I have a title. For my thoughts, I have a title.
That's why everybody's so excited about your Instagram stories.
For my Kathmandu pictures, I have a hashtag.
Yes.
I know why I love KDM.
There's someone called. I'm sorry, I'd like to cut you in between because there's a question related to that.
Yeah.
Diksha Karki asks this question to you. I love your #Why I love KTM website. How often do you photograph?
I photograph every day. Every day I'm at least photographing 100 pictures. At least, there are 36,000. Last week was 35. Now I have 36,000 photos in my phone itself. So for me, finding why I love KDM is my reasons of why I love the city. It's just a positive, or let's just say a reflection of what we see, what we live in every day. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's terrible. It's a harsh reality. Yet I share it. So under that tag, you just find everything, all the reasons, all the insecurities about Kathmandu from my perspective. And I'm glad that a lot of people use this hashtag, and they actually do share this, share pictures under this hashtag as well.
They do?
They do.
All because of you?
Not all because of me, maybe because I started, but they have more amazing pictures than I do.
Oh, okay. So it is very interesting. The questions are very interesting. We are going to come to it. But there's someone who just asked this question, despite grill. How many pictures do you have? I mean, your photographs.
My photographs on my phone.
Your photographies. He's written photographies, so I don't know what that means, but I think I'll say 3,600.
36,000.
36. Oh,
Let me get the exact number right now.
She's looking at the exact number now.
Oh, it's okay. 35,747 pictures.
I hope you got your answer.
Out of that, my selfies are 242. So I don't take a lot of selfies.
She doesn't take a lot of selfies. Thank God for that. Why don't you? I think all the pictures in your phone should be selfies. You're so beautiful.
At one point, I'm like, I can't marry myself, can I? I can't be that much of self-obsessed, even though I am. But there are many other means of being self-obsessed rather than taking selfies.
So what next do I play for you?
Let's play Zucchero. She's my baby. Zucchero is she's an Italian singer. I don't know. I don't think a lot of people have listened to Zucchero, but yeah, I mean, like have a look. I mean, it's interesting.
Alright, people, you're tuning into the coolest megahertz 96.5 Radio Nagarik, Awaz Nagarik. It is. I'm your voice Nishma, and the show is The Lounge. Welcome back to The Lounge. We are in conversation with the very gorgeous Sahana Bajracharya. Welcome back.
Well, thank you. I never left.
Oh, that was nice. So we have another question. How do you manage your phone storage? The question is by Anushka.
Every day I tell myself I have to clean it up, but I don't. So I think finally when it reaches to a verge of saying storage low, and that's the day I'll clean it perhaps. But yeah.
You haven't? You don't have to?
Well, so far.
What kind of phone do you use?
Well, so far not, I think, but I'm on a verge. And I am so scared to even check how much memory is remaining. But I think around 70 GB is just all pictures. The last time I checked, and this was like 5 months ago.
Okay. Oh my god, that's very interesting. Although we have Akriti Tuladar asking why you irritate your small brother Arush.
Well, I think when you raise a child, you have to not just give all the love, but also show the harsh reality that sometimes you can't get the things that you want all the time by crying or by bringing an elder and saying I want that. But I would want children to grow up where you see the reality, where you have to work for certain things and not treat a child like a child, like how we talk. That's how I try to bring him up, because he's so spoiled, because he was the youngest in the family until my niece came in, and now he's already a little jealous. Sometimes
with the niece.
He looks for attention, and that's not how we should be raising our kids. Even when my niece understands a little bit, I'll be a little harsh to that kid as well. And
Baucha, I guess.
Yeah.
Everybody's mentioning him as well.
He is so popular on my Instagram.
He probably is, because I see a lot of people writing about Baucha here. Hashtag Baucha.
Hashtag Baucha, yes. Everybody kind of loves it, and he's actually funny and Ramailotsa.
Yeah. Okay, maybe that's why people are actually relating to that little niece of yours. So what is your biggest dream?
My biggest dream, work-wise, one day I want to work for Al Jazeera.
Damn.
And what else? My biggest dream, other than that, in terms of work again, I would love to have my own television station where I can have amazing shows, not just one amazing show on one channel, but, why not have a TV station where you cater to wildlife shows? I mean, like, just think of it. I don't think anyone has thought of it. We live in a country where we boast about our wildlife, but we don't have a single Nepali show that caters to the wildlife of Nepal, so why not have amazing shows like that? So that is my biggest dream, to actually work for Al Jazeera one day, and to perhaps have a television station of my own someday.
Oh,
that's ambitious, I know.
No, but it's cool. It's good to have that kind of dream. I'm actually imagining you having a TV station of yours, and
just imagine where it's just
so cool.
All amazing young people, and it's a fun place to work.
Amazing
it's not
young
9
people.
to 5 job. I'm like, you come in and do your creative part or your part of the job at any time of the day, and that's how a TV should run. Just लाग्छ मलाई तर छैन के. Hopefully,
I can so understand why you're saying
imagine,
that.
You don't want to wake up at 9 in the morning. You come at like 12, at least if you have to work 3 hours a day, 3 hours of creative work, you come in at 12 midnight, do your work, go, but at least deliver on time. That would be so cool.
That would be so cool, but does that happen in Nepal?
It doesn't. That's why I think it's my biggest dream to have a station like that where you don't have politics, where having a flex board as a TV show studio is not the thing, or where you have to struggle for a TV show space. I mean, when I did Namaste, when we were working on it, our biggest struggle was to get that much amount of space for the studio. The management would say, the TV would say, त्यो स्पेसमा त अरु 3-4 शो गर्न मिल्छ, त्यो भन्दा त फ्लेक्स बोर्डै राख्नु न के फरक पार्छ, सार्नु पर्यो भने नि सजिलो हुन्छ, त्यो गर्यो भने प्राइस पनि अलि कम हुन्छ, इन्भेस्टमेन्ट कम हुन्छ भन्छ. But I don't want that kind of thinking. TV show sets should change every season.
It's
and
true.
Simple basic कुरामा त्यस्तो हुन्छ भने, I'm like, you can't imagine other expectations from a station that is not yours.
Oh, all right. So there she said it. There she said it. Okay. So someone just asked me if I'm enjoying this interview. I am, Mariam. I'm so much enjoying this interview. Thank you so much for asking me this question. I'm so glad I got this amount of attention right now. So why haven't we seen you in movies?
Because
I think
I'm
8 years.
not interested in movies because I know I'm a bad actor and I hated it. School plays ma pani वा school dance गर्दाखेरि पनि जहिले केटा बनाइदिन्थ्यो मलाई हुन्छ नि एउटा त गर्न मन नलाग्ने त्यसमाथि अब जुङ्गा बनाइदिने. So I'm not interested, and just imagine if I don't like something or if I don't like a job that I'm about to pursue, I never give 100% to it, and that means I would be just taking it as like an experience. And imagine if someone else who wants that job so much उसले पाएको भए कति रमाइलो गर्थ्यो होला हैन. So I can't just tell an actor to say an actor and tell him why don't you do like TV. So just think
why
of
don't
it,
you be a
just
host?
because all right,
Why don't you be a host?
Or someone who has a good voice, you can't just go and say why don't you do radio, why don't you do it, you have a good voice. And so it's all about interest
As well. So you've never gotten any offer? Because I think I somewhere very roughly remember you were about to do a movie, I think.
Yes.
What happened
That was
about that?
completely under peer pressure, and to be very honest, I hadn't actually agreed to it. I know this is 2011, I believe.
Yeah, very long ago.
Yeah, so, and I said, okay, I'll read the script. And I said it because I didn't want to be blunt up front and say no. I said, I'll read the script. A week later, I'm in Pokhara for my work. And then a week later, I get a message saying that tomorrow is the press conference. You have to be there. Invitations are out. I'm like, wait, whoa, what just happened? I didn't even agree to it, And then he's like, oh, the names are out, the cards have been, distributed and all that. And I told the producer back then, the director back then as well, that, for me, I could come to the press conference and next day I'll say I'm not doing the movie. For me, nothing. I am losing nothing, but you'll lose everything, your credibility, everything. And he thought I'd never do that, He thought like once the names are out, I'll never back out. But what? I backed out. Yeah.
Yes, later I so roughly yaad cha ke मलाई I don't remember. That's because I read about it somewhere in newspaper or something like that.
See, that's the working culture in Nepal. Okay? You say one thing and someone just forces their own decisions and opinions about you.
They desperately wanted you, maybe.
Exactly. I mean, like, look at the tricks that people use. So yeah, that was that.
Okay, so we have another interesting question. You are often criticized for speaking less Nepali beyond viewers' expectation. What is your opinion about it?
All right. A, I'm very comfortable speaking English. I'm also very comfortable speaking Newari, but not a lot of people would understand that. B, on social media, I always try to speak English because it's a global platform. I not only have followers from Nepal, but then I also have followers from elsewhere. And so these are photographers, these are people from TV and all these. And I believe that these guys should also get access to my stories, and language being the barrier will never give them that access. So since it's a global platform, social media, I choose English, and a lot of people get access to those stories. That's the only reason. नेपाली बोल्नु पर्ने बेला नेपाली पनि बोल्दिन्छु म हैन. नमस्ते गर्दाखेरि धेरै जस्तो मोनोलग मेरो नेपालीमै हुन्थ्यो. डिस्पाइट मेरो नेपाली त्यस्तो राम्रो छैन, तर पनि म बोल्थे. कहिलेकाहीँ आफ्नै शब्द क्रिएट गरेर पनि बोल्दिन्छु म है. तर पनि नेपाली बोल्नु पर्ने बेला बोल्छु, अंग्रेजी बोल्नु पर्ने बेला बोल्छु. अंग्रेजी चाहिँ Instagram, I think English would always be my first priority.
Okay, so you have spoken about how you handle criticism.
Yes.
I want to know, how do you handle controversies?
I just don't take it, but I think initially it used to affect me, because one morning you wake up and you hear, just imagine, one morning you wake up and you hear about things, you read about things, and people know that they believe it, something that you don't even know about yourself. And then you go, damn, how do I deal with this? Damage being done, there is nothing you can do about it. What you can do is, tell your family members that it never happened, or, this is all bullshit. And family members believe you. But other than that, I think for me, that's the point when I realized that people will always have an opinion about you, regardless of what you do. Or
what you do.
You do good, people speak about you. You don't do anything, people still speak about you. You do bad, people speak about you. So people will speak. It's their job.
It's their job, yeah. I was
so
about to say that.
That's how I handle. I try not to get affected by controversies, but yeah, that's that. That's it.
Oh, that's nice. So what is the meanest thing that you've heard, that people have told you? Meanest?
There's so many things. I mean, a lot of things. People say I'm very mean in the first place. होइन I'm very
Why?
cocky भनेर
Why?
भन्छ
Why?
एकदमै एटिट्युड दिन्छ एकदम भाव नै दिँदैन केही कुराको लागि पनि हुन्छ नि
That I think happens to a lot of girls in media, by the way. I've heard that about a lot of women in media, and all of them are as strong as you are in terms of popularity, in terms of work, and in terms of their boldness. So I think it's a common trait of weak people talking to strong women in media, especially.
Meanest thing, there's so many. There's one time, I think this is again related to a controversy where I snatched a camera off a photographer and then he got really popular after that. Nobody knew him before that. I did that because he was harassing my friend back then and he was taking pictures going really low, and so we tried to stop him for like an hour and escape him for an hour. And the sad part is in that event, this is Loot 55 Days celebration and everybody in that event was actually seeing that. They were witnessing that for 1 hour. And the only news that got covered was when I went in and snatched his camera.
Damn, you are really.
I mean,
for me, you are someone like.
That's when that cameraman, that photographer told me, घरमै के अरे फोटो खिचाउने यति प्रब्लम छ भने घरमै बसे बाहिर के खानको सेलिब्रिटीहरू हो and then he started using swear words, really bad Nepali words हुन्छ नि And I am looking at all these media personalities, all these actors, directors, all these big shot people who have a name and respect and come from amazing backgrounds. They were all dumb. They could do nothing about it.
They won't speak.
I know, and I think this was, we were actually, there were very little seats, so we were standing and we were getting pushed and all that. So I think there was Dinesh Tishi who was sitting in the front row and he said, तिमीहरू दुईजना आएर बस नि त then हरास गर्दैन होला भनेर त्यहाँ पनि तल आएर फोटो खिच्न थाले के हुन्छ नि खुट्टाको तिग्राको I'm like what is going on? So nobody actually speaks for you when something wrong goes because they don't want to be a part of that. They don't have that courage.
They don't have.
So you have to build a courage for yourself where you speak up every time something is wrong, and I do that, and I think that is the reason why I fall into trouble all the time. Like that evening, my mom tells me, "Timor, the headlines ma aira cha harik TV ma huncha ni camera snatch garyo bhanera." I'm like, yeah, there has to be a reason why I did it. I meet so many photographers. And
they
all
won't
of them
even go deep into the story and know your part of story.
No,
That's,
because that story does not sell. It doesn't. That's the sad part.
Yes, Radio Nagarik 96.5 it is. Awaz Nagarik. I'm your voice Nishma and the show is The Lounge. And we are in conversation with the very gorgeous Sahana Bajracharya. Welcome back.
Well, I'm sad that it's about to end.
Actually.
7:50 already.
7:50 already. 51 about 3 seconds or 51. Let's wait. Let's wait 3 seconds. Oh boy. Boy. But the most interesting part, for me, it is very interesting part. I don't know about anybody else.
Right.
I'll speak for myself. The rapid fire.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
You didn't tell me that was coming. All right, that's
Of course, I didn't. Of course, I'm not. It's rapid fire. So
Damn, girl.
So I'm going to ask you names.
Okay.
In this round,
Yeah.
but I need all Nepali names, please.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll start.
Sure.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I have an option?
No, you don't.
Exactly.
Hottest actor, male,
Anmol Kisi, I think he's hot enough.
female.
Priyanka Karki?
If you were a cartoon character, what would you be?
Dexter.
If you were to get stuck in a lift for a day, who would you choose? You have to have a partner.
Anderson Cooper.
Nepali.
Oh, okay, Nepali. I don't know, maybe Rishi Damala. I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of questions for him.
I interviewed him, by the way.
Oh, wow. I did too.
And it's never enough, actually.
Never
I
enough.
was like, why is my show only 1 hour?
And I'll record all of it, Yeah.
Okay. Can you sing?
I can.
Please sing.
I can't.
Please sing a line for me.
A line for you. Sorry, I can't.
No.
Oh. That's it.
Oh, wow. That was nice. So if you were a movie character, what would you be? Who would you be?
Movie character. I don't watch a lot of movies, so I think I'll have to pass that.
Not even one. Come on. Okay.
No.
What do you touch as soon as you wake up?
My phone.
What do you touch right before you go to sleep?
My phone.
What is the weirdest thing in your wallet right now?
What? I don't think I have coffee beans. Oh,
Coffee beans in your wallet.
Yeah, in my wallet.
Okay. What is the weirdest thing that has gone to your mouth?
Crocodile?
You ate crocodile?
Yeah, I've eaten crocodile, horse, snake, quail, cockroaches, More weird things actually. Frog is my favorite. So
Okay, 3 things people don't know about you.
that I'm very patient, that I'm not mean, and I'm a very lazy person.
Okay, 3 things. Okay, dark chocolate or milk chocolate?
Milk chocolate.
Milk chocolate. If you were to make a biography on Sahana's life, if we were to make a biography on Sahana's life, what would the title of the book be? Book or movie or whatsoever?
Limitless.
Limitless. Damn, I like it. So, kill, marry, hook up. Rishi Dhamala, Ayushmann, Sisan Mania.
I don't want to kill Rishi Dhamala, but I'd kill. I love Sisan Bania, but kill Sisan Bania. Hookup is?
See, it's your choice. Kill,
Okay.
marry, hook up.
All right.
Rishi Dhamala, Ayushmann,
Okay.
Sisan Mania.
Oh damn! Let's just kill Rishi Dhamala. Let's marry.
kill him.
Let's hook up with Sisan Bania. What's another? Marry?
Ayushmann.
Okay, marry Ayushmann. But even though he's getting married,
He's getting
so,
married,
yeah,
yeah, that's
so.
why. Okay.
It's just a question, man. Guys.
No, let's take it seriously. Let's take it
not.
seriously.
Let's not. Let's
Sisan
not.
Mania would be jumping right now.
Oh damn! I almost killed him.
No, but you hooked up with him in the end, so probably
There you
he's going to be jumping while he's watching it. So, what would you do if you woke up as Priyanka Karki?
What would I do? I think I'd just dance all day because that's one thing I am so bad at, and I would just live my, dream of to be able to dance through.
Rekha Thapa?
I'd do more movies and just not cast anyone and just be the queen of Hollywood.
Oh, okay. Raja Samal?
I'd do more public appearances if I was in.
True. Rishi Dhamala?
I'd be a less mean to my guest and have better questions as a journalist.
All right, that's that. That was my rapid fire.
I
hope you-
survived. Thank you. Wow.
No, I think the
damn.
questions were easy.
Oh well, please.
Because the questions were easy.
No, I'm like, is there a difficult question? The questions are questions.
Oh, maybe I have one more question that I haven't written
are
here.
just
but-
making it
No,
up
but
like-
I have one question
Go
left.
for it. All right.
Okay, at a gunpoint, if you had to kiss a girl, kiss a woman, who would she be?
I'd kiss Priyanka. She's since my friend, and it's like most comfortable. I'll say, okay, this is just a kiss. It's just a gunpoint. I'll just kiss you right now. Let's get over with. All right. Okay.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Nice one. So with this, we've come we have come to the end of the show. Anything you want to say to your fans?
Well,
before
thank you
leave?
so much for all the love. There are a lot of people who give me a lot of criticisms, but I think it's your love that gives me a lot of courage. As lame as it sounds, jati yo cheesy sound gare pani, it is actually true. The reason why I touch my phone in the morning, and that's the last thing I touch before going to bed, is because it gives me a lot of positivity. The reason why I share stories is because it gives me a lot of positivity, because you take it with a lot of love. So thank you so much for being so generous, and I hope that I can make you feel the same through my stories and through the voice right now.
Oh, okay. That was nice. Thank you so much for making time to be here and chatting with me for about an hour. It was lovely to have you here.
Thank you so much. I had a wonderful time.
And I had a wonderful time too. So I hope your TV show goes on air really quickly, really fast, because people cannot wait 2 months. Let me tell you, I'm really telling you, people were going mad here about your TV show. So I hope it goes on air really quickly, and there are a lot of people saying bye to you. You might want to wave.
Bye. Thank you so much for watching us, and I'm so glad that there's a radio show with a camera. I think that is the comforting thing, because I'm really scared of radio, and that gave me a lot of confidence. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. And to everyone who's tuned into Radio Nagarik 96.5 for about an hour, thank you so much for listening to our show. Up next is Voice J with Latino hits. Keep tuning into Radio Nagarik 96.5 Awaaz Nagariko. I'm your voice Nishma, signing out.